Welcome to the vlog. My name is Kat, I'm 29 years old, and I live in Austin, Texas with my husband and our feline son. We started out our Friday morning with a trip to our local YMCA. We've been members for a couple of months now, and I actually really love working out at our Y. The vibes are always great, the staff are lovely. This day I did some incline walking on the treadmill, and then I did some weights. After we finished up our workouts, I headed to the hair salon for a long overdue cut and color appointment. After my hair appointment, I grabbed a quick coffee at the place next door, one of my favorites here in Austin, Merfolk's. Then I headed back home on the bus. We're home. It took about an hour to get home via bus. I went to my hair salon in South Austin, got my hair chopped and feeling much better for this summer weather. Grabbed myself a coffee, which is my little routine ritual after every hair appointment, and got on the bus, which took a while, but I will say I do appreciate that it's a direct route. I got on really close to the salon and they dropped me off literally diagonal to my apartment building. So the fact that I didn't have to transfer routes, great. Very, very much appreciative of that. Public transit in Austin is not ideal. When it works pretty well. We live in a pretty transit accessible area, for which I'm very appreciative. We live near multiple rapid route buses. We also live near the light rail system. And then we live in a decently walkable area too. It's just not the most pleasant to walk in because there's so little shade or tree coverage. So it's hot, and it's also a very busy road. So lots of cars whizzing by at all times. I'm someone who grew up kind of spoiled by good public transit infrastructure. I grew up in Massachusetts, pretty close to Boston. And even when we were far-ish from Boston, we had the commuter rail. So I grew up taking the commuter rail with my dad. And then as we got closer to the city, I took the T to and from high school every day. So I built up a lot of confidence in taking public transit, using public transit systems at a pretty young age. Definitely something I took for granted as well. I also lived in Baltimore, Maryland for 5 years, and definitely took advantage of the free bus there, the Charm City Circulator, the shuttle that my university offered, as well as walkability in many parts of the city. The part that we lived in, we could walk down to the harbor, we could walk to Fed Hill, Fells Point. I'm just listing off all these neighborhoods as if people know what I'm talking about. But still pretty decent transit infrastructure, all things considered. But then coming down to Texas, very car dependent. And I am someone who learned late in life to drive. I actually still have my learner's permit. I need to have a licensed driver in the car in order for me to operate said vehicle legally. There was just no need for me to drive growing up because we lived so close to the train, and it was so much easier and cheaper for me to do that. And none of my friends had cars or could drive either. Just a different culture around driving when you grow up so proximate to a major city where you have like public transit built in and really woven into the urban fabric. And that's just not something that we have here in Austin. And I think, the public transit system, I really do like using it when I can, and sometimes it works great. Like I can take the rapid bus downtown to meet my friends, I can take the bus up to the YMCA, I can take the Metro Rail to my office, which is really cool. But it's definitely been an adjustment, kind of getting used to a more car-centric lifestyle here. So it's a work in progress. I'm still working on my driving skills, still aiming to get my license. But yeah. That's my little spiel on Austin public transit. I'm gonna make a very late lunch because I'm hungry. And then tonight's plans, I'm going to see my husband with his band playing live at a coffee shop down in like Southeast Austin. So I'm really excited for that. He is a professional classical pianist, but he also does a lot of collaborative piano and keyboard work. And he started playing with this band relatively recently, I'd say within the past few months. And it's just so fun to A, see someone that you love doing something that brings them joy, and B, to see him kind of dabbling in a different part of his craft, one that's a little bit, I don't know, more free-flowing, not as precise and technical, and just kind of seeing him loosen up on stage and really smiling and getting into it and jamming out. It's just a lot of fun.